Hey everyone, welcome to Solo Party. My name is Kane. We're going to pick up where we left off with Final Girl. It's the beginning of our action phase, and we're going to start with a sprint. Alright, so we got a single success and a discard success, so we'll get rid of our focus and close call to get 2 successes for our sprint. We'll go down 1 time, and then we'll get to move 3 spaces, and let's see what we can do on the board here. All right, so with the sprint action, I think we want to go recover our girlfriend back 1 step here. Because remember, we have the Stubborn Kids event that only lets us carry 1 victim with us. So that's going to be 1, 2, and let's actually position our girlfriend right here. So when we go and save this victim and come back down, then we can just go back straight and pick her up on the way to the cabins. So now that we're in the same space as our girlfriend, we're going to get that extra die that we can roll. And we're still just trying to save all these victims, so we're going to use this walk action to go back for the other one. Okay, 2 successes, so we get to go down 1 time and move 2. So now everybody is all together. All right, and we're 1 space away from an exit for that one, so that feels really nice. But with only 2 cards remaining, I think we are going to end our action phase here and go to the planning phase. So first thing we'll do is recover our 0-cost cards. So we're getting back a walk, short rest, weak attack, and focus. So that does put us up to 6 cards. We have 4 time to spend. We're getting close to a point where we want to start thinking about maybe picking up some of these 4-cost cards. I don't think we're quite there yet. I think we're still wanting sprint, movement right now, getting these people saved, the name of the game. So that's going to give us 2 time left to spend. And I think we have a search. If we get another search, we're probably just going to end up burning it. I think maybe having a guard in our back pocket, though, could be beneficial. All right, so next we go to the killer phase. There's nobody in the area as Hans, so no attack will be made there. Going to draw a tarot card. Okay, we got Let's Go See If the Rumors Are True. We get to place 2 new victims in the space where the killer started the game. Okay, that is interesting. So we'll grab 2 extra ones up here. Hans started on this space, this swampy area. So we have 2 new victims there. Then our horror level also goes up 1. So we're back to 3. And we draw a new event card. Okay, that can really shake things up depending on what we draw. So let's see here. We got Secret Tunnel. Okay, interesting. So this says choose 2 of the following spaces: utility shed, cabins, or docks. So all of the places that have the item decks, and place a secret tunnel token on each. You may move between these spaces as if they were adjacent. Enemies cannot use the secret tunnel. That is huge. We previously thought we might not be able to get up to the bear trap, but with this, we actually might be able to. So let's see. I think we're headed to the cabins. So just the cabins. But then I guess these 2 new people that spawned, do we want to maybe go to the docks to try to save them? Actually, since Hans is up at the utility shed, we're probably not going to get a chance to save those victims up there. We have a small shot at maybe saving these people down here. And then there's also still things at the dock. We just don't know what they are anymore. We didn't get the best result for the search, which would let you reveal the next card. So it's going to be a mystery if we try to search at the docks again. But I think putting the other secret tunnel there is going to be our best option. I'm actually just now noticing I didn't put the victims we already saved back on Laurie, so let me do that real quick. Okay, I know I'm a broken record, but here we go with the sprint. Okay, we got 2 successes, so let's reset this. So we're back to 6, and we go down 1 time to 5, and we're going to get to move 3 spaces. So we are going to save another victim, and we still don't need to heal. But I do like the idea of going ahead and getting that horror back down 1 more. And then we will move 2. And with our girlfriend, we'll move up 3. All right, we're right outside of the cabins now. There's 2 more victims to save in there. And we have our secret tunnels if we feel like things are dicey. And maybe we want to come down here to the docks first and save these 2. So I really should have done this as my first roll. But I'm going to go ahead and play this improvise as well. So hopefully this is going to help us out getting these really big successes, because I think we're going to go into those cabins and we're going to search and try to get these items. Okay, we got 2 successes on improvise. So that is going to say until this action phase ends, all 3s and 4s are successes. So 3 through 6. We don't have to discard anything, all successes. That's really good. So now we're going to go ahead and play our walk card. Okay, and all of those are successes. So we lose 1 time, move up to 2 spaces. So this is really where we got to decide, do we want to stay at the cabins or go down to the docks? And I honestly think the secret tunnels are opened up. Let's go down to the docks. That just thematically, we just discovered these. We're curious. We got to use them. We just heard there's new people that just came into the campsite. We got to go protect them. We just warned the people at the cabin. They're going to hunker down. They're going to be fine. Now that we're here at the docks, let's actually go ahead and search it again and see what this mystery item is going to be. Okay, 2 successes again. So now we do have the best search option. And that says, lose a time, take the top 2 item cards of your space and choose one. Place the other on top face up or underneath face down. Okay. So the 2 cards that we draw are a map and some pepper spray. So let's see. The pepper spray, if the killer is in your space, you may discard this to immediately end the killer phase. Ignore their remaining movement, attacks, and any other effects. That seems really good. Map, discard during the action phase, and then for each deck of item cards, do one of the following. The top card is face down, reveal it. The top card is face up. You may remove it from the game and reveal the next card. I think just the pepper spray is the first one to strike me as the most useful. So let's go ahead and take one of these. Okay, so this one, it does have a hand icon. So it does require to be in a hand space to use it. So whenever we acquire a card, we can go ahead and equip it. And so we'll go ahead and choose to do that now. And the map, do we want to leave that face up or do we want to put it to the bottom? I think we could maybe see some other things a little bit more useful. So we'll put that to the bottom actually. So we're really running out of things we can do on our turn. No need to attack, rest, or guard. So the last thing we're going to do is play this focus card. Okay, hey, 2 natural successes. So we're actually going to gain 2 time, and the horror is going to go down. And now, I've never seen this before, we're rolling a ridiculous amount of die at 4. Okay, for our planning phase, first thing we do, recover our 0-cost cards, getting a walk and a focus back. Now we have 6 time to spend. I think since we're kind of getting back closer to Hans now, we're definitely keeping more of an eye on these more expensive cards over here. So here I think we are going to spend some big money. We're going to go ahead and get our first 4-cost card, get this Furious Strike. We are kind of getting closer to Hans. I want to be able to have some way to deal damage. We've got to go after him at some point. I would prefer for it to be once we flipped over and got that extra damage, but if we come into contact sooner than that, I would like to have some sort of damage I can deal. And we have full health, so I wasn't too worried about retaliate. We have the pepper spray as well. We also don't want to forget about our fireworks we can use to maybe do some subterfuge, maybe lure him away. So we'll go down to 4, and I think our last 2, I mean, it's hard. Sprint has been doing so much work for us. We're going to take us a sprint. And we'll put everything back. All right, onto the killer phase. It didn't move last time. It's still there, no victims. So we will go to the terror card. This time we have drawn. He kept swinging his hammer and killing and killing. If there are no victims on the board, there certainly are. So, gonna target victim, move, and attack. Target another victim, move, and attack. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, Hans is gonna be getting close. So I did make a little bit of a targeting mistake in my explanation last time, and you're going to see how it plays out here. But Hans, when he has the option, is going to go towards where there are the most victims. So after Hans comes out of here and kills this, there's not going to be an option here because there's more victims here. We know he's coming this way. But first things first, forward, dead. Move the horror track up 1. So stats stay the same, but we did hit a horror icon. So we do go down the threshold and we're going to lose one of those die. Then, because there are more over here, Hans is coming over here and taking out one of these new guys. We really wanted to get over there in time to save them, but if we're lucky, maybe we can save this last one and then escape through the dock's secret tunnel. And that'll push it up one more. Okay, that was a big phase for Hans there. So we do have a panic phase. So let's go ahead and take one of our die and see where this victim goes. All right, and we did roll a 3. So that tells us they are actually going to run and escape. Okay, so that is actually really great for us. So we got super lucky there. So we'll go ahead and put this meeple. You know what? Let's go ahead and get 2 time. See, once again, I always do this. Forgot to reset it. That's going to get us up to 8 to start with. Okay, so that was actually a pretty wild killer phase. We came all the way over here hoping to save these victims. One of them gets killed and one escapes on their own. We did get the pepper spray at the docks though, so that's pretty good, but there's really no reason to stay down here. I do not want to tackle Hans right here for no reason. So we're just going to head back to the cabins, try to get our last 2 people saved up there, and then we're going to go on the offensive. First, you already know. Okay, so not a great roll. We do have to discard 2. Well, we don't have to, but I would prefer to. So we know we're not attacking. I'll get rid of a weak attack. And a short rest. And that's going to allow us to lose 1 time and move 2 spaces. So we're going to go 1, and we'll kind of do what we did a minute ago and set up our girlfriend here on the direct route. So they'll just always be there whenever we need to go pick them back up, going back and forth. Well, based on how that roll went, I kind of want to go ahead and focus again to see if we can't get back up to 4 die. Okay, so we got 2 successes there. So that's going to let us go up 2 time. And then we do get our horror back, so we will be adding another die to the mix. But now we are down to 3 cards, so I think we're going to hold off there. All right, we'll get our 0 cost back. We'll walk into focus, and I mean with 9 time to spend, we've got a lot of options. Okay, I think we're always getting our sprint. That's pretty much happening every time. I'm telling you, it's not too often you have the chance to get a critical blow. And I mean, if we have a furious strike and a critical blow in our back pocket, that's going to be a strong start to getting rid of a chunk of Hans's health. So I'm going to grab a critical blow, which means I've only got 1 left for a close call. So I'll grab one of those, and then we can reset. All right, so killer phase, there is not a victim close to Hans right now, so we're going to go straight to drawing a tarot card. He just came out of nowhere. Place Hans with the farthest target possible. Oh no. This is maybe the worst thing we could have drawn. All right, let's count some spaces here. And yeah, just as I thought, Hans does not need a secret tunnel, or he figured it out. Regardless. And he is moving there, and then our horror will go back up. All right, so we are just going back and forth with this horror right now. But then we will draw the next tarot card. So he just came out of nowhere. Some more bad stuff's about to go down. All right. Oh, a fire. Roll a die to determine which space bursts into flames. Oh, man. The cabins right now. A 1 to 2 on this is going to be interesting. Wow. Okay. And we got a 2. So let's see. All victims in that space are killed. Discard all item cards from that space. If you or an enemy are there, you each lose health. So 2 dead victims as the cabins go up in flames. Hans does also lose 1 health. Then all of the items in the cabin are destroyed. Definitely not what we wanted to happen with 2 more dead. We're gonna raise this up twice. Okay, so our horror is going back up, and we hit the dark power mark. So Hans is going to unlock his dark power. So, his power is Dark Obsession. Whenever Hans attacks you at least once, he attacks an additional time. Oh boy. Definitely maybe wishing I'd grabbed a Retaliate now. And while mechanically there is nothing for us to do for the panic phase, oh boy, is Camp Happy Trails in a panic. Hans is standing there in the ruins of the cabins, flames licking all around him as he is one space away from us right now. It is getting tight in here. Okay, so I think I have a plan, but before we get too caught up in it, let's just see if I can actually pull it off. So, let's start with the sprint. Ye old faithful. Okay, so we would have to discard 4 for 2 successes, but honestly, I think this is the perfect time for a close call. We're going to spend 2 time to reroll everything. Okay, much better. That's at least 1 success. And to make this work, moving up to 2 spaces is all we need. I don't think I'm going to lose any more cards right now. I'll go down the 1 time. We're going to move through Han's space into the secret tunnels to end up back on the other side of the docks. And now it's time to drop some fireworks. And just to get a refresher on what this does, fireworks, spend 2 time to place the fireworks token in your space or an adjacent space, not the lake. Discard the card, and whenever the killer must choose a target, they will choose the fireworks instead. Discard the fireworks token when the killer enters the space where it is located. And so we're going to make sure this guy stays busy, and we're going to drop some fireworks way out over here. And since that does put us at only 1 time, I think the only potential thing that could even be useful is to try to focus and hopefully get 2 successes, maybe give us a little more time. If not, we can at least get the horror down. We're just not going to be able to add any more cards during the planning phase. Okay, that's 1. Don't want to discard 2. Honestly, getting 3 time I think is actually really important right now. So I will discard. Yeah, we're going to get rid of both of our other walks to get 2 successes, which will bring us up 2 time and go down 1 horror. Okay, so we'll get this started. Cover our 0 cost cards. We're going to grab a sprint for 2, and we're left with a close call for 1. The close call really saved us last time, so I'm hoping it does something similar. So we'll reset and put these away. No one in the space. We're going to draw a tarot card. Hopefully not as wild as last turn. I could take a breather. Okay, he wants fresh blood. There are victims on the board, so he's going to target the closest one and move, 4 spaces. But since we have the fireworks down, we're just going to be moving 4 towards those fireworks. All right, dangerously close to us, but I don't think we're saving 2 more people to get the flip on the other side of Laurie. I think it's about time to take the fight to Hans. Okay, so I noticed that we do have a lake space that we can use to cross over to the other side to get to the other victims. Before we try to head over there, let's focus and see if we can't get an extra die. Okay, 2 successes, perfect. So we're gonna, should be at 6. We're gonna go up 2 to 8 and go down and get that extra die. All right, time to test out our breaststroke across the lake here. Okay. So 1 success, and I think we will discard weak attack and short rest to get those 3 spaces for 1 time. We'll go 1. You know what? Let's try it. 2, 3. Let's try to get everyone out of here. We're saving them all. Honestly, kind of set myself up for a bad turn here. I don't really have a whole lot I can do with my hands, so I'm going to end it here. All right, let's get our zero cost cards. Okay, and we are at a hand size of 7 right now. So that means we can only get up to 3 cards, and we have 7 to spend. All right, it's really getting down to that time. I think we definitely want to use 4 to get a retaliate in our hands. And with 3 left, I think we got to get a sprint and a close call. Okay, we're going to draw a terror card for the killer phase. And we got Horrific Hammer Rush. There are still victims on the board, but Hans is going to target the fireworks first. Okay, and so he's made it to the fireworks. He's looking around confused, like, all this commotion, all for nothing. I had a hammer ready to go. And so he's not going to do anything. And therefore we don't have to suffer the extra horror from losing victims with that attack. Okay, so we're really going to try to make one big push here, try to save as many of these victims as we can. We're still deciding whether or not we want to use our girlfriend as extra die against Hans, or if we're going to try to get them out of here too, so we don't have to deal with that horror. But first things first, sprint. All right, we really don't like that roll, so let's use a close call. Spin 2 time, reroll. Okay, much better. So that is going to give us our top success. So we're going to go down one more time, but we get to move 3 spaces, and I think we want to do it like this. One, 2, 3. Let's just get everybody one space away and try to start walking them all in. We're going to get you out of here. Don't worry. Here we go. Okay, another 2 successes. Go down 1 time. Move up to 2 spaces. So we'll go rescue and come back. Then we'll use that to take a 2-cost action card. And now that we're by the utility shed, I almost want to try to go search it to get that bear trap up top. So I think I am going to take a search. I hadn't really considered that until just this moment. But I think I do want to try that out. We're going to try for another walk. We don't like that roll at all, really. But instead of using a close call, we'll just discard a close call and a focus just to get the 1 success there. So go down a time, move 1 space, and we have done it. We have saved our 6th victim, which means we get to flip over and we have unlocked our ability. Now it's time for us to go hunt Hans. And with that, we are all out of movement cards, so nothing else I can do on this turn. First off, there is something you can do where you can discard an action card to gain 1 time per card you discard. And since we're at 1 and I have no movements available, I just burned all of those, getting those last victim save. I want to be able to have at least 2 to get this sprint. So I think I'm going to discard this guard to go up 1 time in order for me to get this sprint, so I have some move. All right, we're getting close to the end of the terror deck here. This is our last card, so let's draw it and see. Taking souvenirs. If there are no victims on the board, there still are. Oh no. This is bad. Hans is going to move all the way to our girlfriend and kill them. Oh, that one really hurts. All right, so we are taking that 5 horror. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, luckily we still have 2 die we get to roll. Half of the die we were just rolling. Oh, that's going to be tough. That is going to be really tough. And it tells us to get +1 blood for each victim. So we'll do that. And there you have it. We do get an extra horror to go down to 1 die. This is looking really bad for us now. No panic phase, no upkeep phase, nobody but me and Hans on the board right now. Let's get to the action phase. All right, first thing we're gonna do is sprint into this space with Hans. Okay, perfect. 1 success is all we needed. Okay, yeah, we go down to the 5 time, move 2 spaces. We only need to move the 1. Now we are face to face with Hans. Now we do still have this pepper spray in our hands. That's gonna give us 1 turn. So I think while we're only rolling 1 die, we're not gonna get as much use out of these attack cards. We have this retaliate in our hand, and we have a pepper spray. I think we can buy a little bit of time here. While we're here, let's actually try to get a little bit of damage in, but I don't think we're doing much else after that. All right. Okay, we got 1 damage, +1 damage because of Laurie's passive, and we get the horror to go down. We also have to end our turn, but at least we are getting back to 2 die. Hopefully it stays that way. We get to take 2 health off of Hans. Now for the planning phase, we're actually getting a lot back, so this next turn's gonna look good. Maybe we can even ourselves out here for the next couple turns. We do have 9 cards in our hand, so we can only pick up 1 card this turn. And I've gotta be honest, with 5 time, I almost just want to grab that long rest. We might need it. Yeah, I think I have plenty of damage right now. I'm going to grab this long rest for big heals and call that the planning phase. Okay, so the finale card actually gets revealed at the end of the last phase, just the upkeep phase after the terror deck is empty. We knew what it was anyway, so it's not a big deal that I didn't reveal it. We're just officially revealing it now, but we have Bloodbath. So this is just replacing the basic action in the top left here. And that's going to be their action for the remainder of the game. And so it's that time. All right. And whenever I get attacked an additional time. So Hans is about to attack me 3 times. But it's time to use the pepper spray. So we're ignoring that entire action. All right, I am pretty nervous about this. Only rolling 2 die for these. It's going to be pretty tough. All right, so let's just start chipping away. I'm going to start with the weaker attacks because the bigger attacks, they have this symbol. So if we don't roll 2 successes, we have to end our turn, at least on the weak attack, as long as we roll 1 success, which we got to really hope we do. Otherwise, this is going to be an absolutely miserable turn. It'll allow us to keep going. Okay, there we go. 1 success. That's all we were wanting. That lets us chip away 2 more health. And then, unfortunately, we also lose a health. That's okay. We'll actually finally get to use some heals, maybe. We're going to try something a little crazy here to see if we can't get a little extra cheap damage off. First, let's start with a walk. Okay, 1 success. I would really like 2 successes here, so I am going to discard for this. Don't see us needing a focus right now. Or, frankly, the other walk as long as we get these. So, we can discard both of those to move 2 spaces and lose 1 time. And we're going to go to the utility shed. We should have been at 6. We go down to 5. We took the long rest. Now, let's see if we can get a good search here and get that bear trap. Then on Hans's way over, we can get him to step on that. Perfect. That is all we needed. 1 down. I don't care what's underneath there. I just want the bear trap. Toss that in the backpack. We're going to go ahead and use it 2 times. We're laying the bear trap right here. So, sorry, we have to lay it in our space. It's not like the fireworks. So we can go ahead and get a closer look and just make sure we're doing this right. The killer enters the space with the bear trap, discard the token, and immediately end the killer phase. The killer receives 2 damage. All right, so we can get rid of that. The token is out. I think we don't actually want to play any more cards. We want to still have 2 time because I'm going to need a guard. It's going to be making 3 attacks. I need to be able to dodge at least 2 of those, I think, to make it to next round and hopefully get a huge critical blow hit to help out. So, like I said, with our 2 time, we're going to grab a guard and put everything else back and reset. And we know what Hans is doing. Hans is coming for us. And we got him. He stepped straight into that bear trap. So we're going to discard that token, deal another 2 damage to Hans. All right, we are doing better than I thought we were at this point. Hans has 5 known health left. Now, these final health tokens here, they may have additional health on the backside when we flip. We won't know until we get to that final health. So, Hans is in our area. The bear trap is not stopping him, only did a little bit of damage. We're about to have to weather 3 attacks. So, let's start with a guard for the first attack. Okay, 1 success. That reduces the damage by 2. See a guard here, reduce damage by 2 for 1 success. And so it's currently doing 3 damage, so that's only going to be 1 to us. Next attack, we're going to play Retaliate. Okay, a 1 success, maybe 2. Do we want to do that? Honestly, I think we can. I think a short rest and a focus is worth it. So that'll let us ignore all of the damage from that second attack, deal 2 damage back, 3 because Laurie's ability. And that was a great hit right there. Our critical strike next time, if we can get it, I think we got this. Let's just make sure we can weather this next attack. We don't have any more defense. Hans is hitting us 4-3. Oh, wow. I just realized this is all dependent on our flip here. Let's go down, look. So we are definitely taking the 2. Let's flip it. Okay, so we actually got a 3 token there. So we'll discard that. We'll actually go ahead and give ourselves 3. We lose. We're going to lose 1 of those from that extra damage we just got dealt. All right, it's our turn. I forgot to grab these 0 cost cards back in our hand. Put these rests back. I was so excited about our turn. And this is kind of it, y'all. As long as even if we roll no successes, so we would deal 2 damage. So as long as Hans doesn't have extra health, Hans would die, but we would take 2 damage. But technically it's a win as long as both of you die. It's the ultimate sacrifice, the ultimate final girl move. So honestly, no matter what, we're gonna win. But let's see if we can stay alive here. Critical blow. And I think I will discard 2. Don't really care what it is. That's going to be 2 damage. Horror goes down. This will end our turn. All right, so let's see if Hans has any extra health here. All right, y'all. That is it. With his leg caught in the bear trap, we deliver that final blow, and Hans is defeated. All right, so that does it for my first playthrough of Final Girl. Hope you all enjoyed it, despite the few probably rule mistakes I made along the way that might have helped us win. There's a couple things I caught from the first video that for sure I did wrong. Probably going to be a couple things on this one as well, but it's all in good fun. I will see you all next time.